Hey everyone, Matt Beamer here. Thank you so much for tuning into us this week here at In the Marbles. A lot of big moving parts here at In the Marbles. We are now part of Unhinged Sports Network. Proud to be a part of that affiliation. A lot of action at Talladega and a schedule change that will rock 2021 in my opinion. Let's get into it. Yeah, crazy weekend at Talladega and a lot to uncover here. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Matt Beamer alongside Preston Lude, co-host. Preston, how's it going?
It's going well.
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Weekend was typical in terms of NASCAR.
Yeah, well, it was typical Talladega. I tell you that for one part. And yeah, Talladega was crazy. And a big news from us, just right off the bat, as I said at the top of the show, we are now part of Unhinged Sports Network, an online radio station that a few guys in Florida threw together, and they have a whole host of podcasts such as football, baseball, basketball. And In the Marbles is the voice of racing for that network. Couldn't be happier. They found us on Twitter and said, we'll give you a shot.
I think that's awesome.
And I think it's great, too, man. They have a lot of good podcasts, and we'll promote them on our page as well. But, yeah, man, I'm excited about it. It's going to be it's a big step for us.
Oh, very big step.
Hopefully get our station out there more, help them, help us. And it's a great opportunity, and I'm proud to be a part of Unhinged, man.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's really... I went to, when you had told me about it, I went to their website because I know that, I don't know if they had talked about, you guys talked, I think they said they were going to try and come out with an app at some point.
Yeah, they're coming out with an app here in the next few weeks, and it's going to be like an iHeartRadio app.
Okay.
And we're scheduled on there every Thursdays from 8 a.m. till about 9:30-ish is our time gap. And on Sundays, we're going to do what's called encores. So we're going to do a preview of the race. Hey, here's who to watch out for. Here's what you want to watch out for. At the big races like the Daytona 500, Coke 600, stuff like that. And hopefully this year we could do it live from Daytona, have some fans there, fan interactions, who you're watching out for, stuff like that, and incorporate it in there. Later on down the line, we have a few months to plan about that. But very excited about that merger. You can still listen to us on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts,
right.
But this is another way to get our name out there. And if you, after the racing season, want to just listen to football stuff, go listen to football podcasts on there.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that they have a bunch of different podcasts on there. Because like I said, when I went to the website, I was checking out, they have like the schedule and, the shows that they have. And I think it's pretty cool that they went out and, found people that are kind of doing the same thing that we're kind of doing. Just a bunch of people doing podcasts.
It's all new.
Yeah,
newer podcast, and we got picked and tapped to be the ones to bring you NASCAR.
That's awesome.
So this is a great opportunity. Glad we're here, and looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. So I guess if people were since we're recording here on a Monday and our time slot's Thursday morning, if people are listening on a Hinge now, welcome.
Yep.
To begin with, so yeah, we do talk about NASCAR, and we will talk about Formula One, a couple other things as well. Racing.
Have driver interviews from time to time from local short track. We've had Jesse Awuji on here, Brian Barnhill, Josh Rayum, trying to get more. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We try to have fun here, talking racing.
Yeah, exactly.
We're very opinionated, and if this is your first time hearing us, welcome.
You will hear some opinions this episode.
Absolutely.
I will let you know that right now.
And get ready. Hang on.
It's going to be a wild one.
Strap in and hang on. But how's everything else, man?
Everything's good, man. How are things with you?
I can't complain. We had Charlie over here.
Oh, Charlie was in town.
Charlie was in town. He's going up to Fayetteville for training.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, Charlie is a good friend of mine from North Carolina. We went to NTI together. He's a short track driver there in Alabama, South Alabama Speedway, is where he races. He races in the Cup Light Series. We had him on episode 3. Great guy, fun to be around. We watched the Talladega race. And I told him, you need to be on today's show. And he said, I can't. I got to go. He's got to no later than drop dead date. But that would have been great to have him on.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun. We ended up, I wanted to enjoy the night. It's starting to get cool out, and I'm so excited about that. I love the fall. I love Halloween because I think it's the precursor to the holiday season. I'm just like Ian turns into a kid when he goes to the zoo. I turn into a kid, a 6-year-old when Halloween comes around. It's candy and everything, and I love it, man.
I was out in the backyard yesterday. Kind of, I have a fire pit out in the backyard that I haven't used in a while. I makeshift when I had a bunch of bricks when I moved into this house that were just out in the back.
Yeah,
I had a circular fire pit, and I have some tree limbs from trees right next to it that are growing over. So I was out in the backyard yesterday, kind of looking at the trees. I was thinking, man, I need to cut some of these back because I really want a bonfire here because, like you said, it's getting cool now in the fall, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am too, and. So, yeah, we went outside to have a fire pit, and we were out there for maybe an hour, and I'm throwing a bunch. I like my fire pits big and hot, and so I'm throwing all this wood on there, having a great time with it, just relaxing. I could sit outside when it's cool all day.
Yeah.
But then Charlie said, hey, I brought my PlayStation. Let's play zombies and stuff. And so we migrated inside, and myself, Caroline, and Charlie played zombies. It's like we were just doing a fire pit, having a few brewskis, relaxing, and you guys want to go inside and play video games? Ah, man, I didn't like that at all.
How long did you guys play for?
We played for a good hour and a half.
Was it late?
It wasn't late. I think we went to bed about 11. Everybody was starting to kind of get tired.
Oh, okay, because I went to bed that's probably about 2 o'clock last night. This morning.
Holy cow, dude.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you what happened. So yesterday, Maple's a good friend of the show. We play Xbox together, and he had texted me the other day, and he said, hey, I need help on Farming Simulator.
I play the same thing.
So I said, hey, man, tell me what your game you have. When I get the money, I'll buy it. He goes, it doesn't matter because I'm going to go and gift one to you right now. And I was like, you don't have to do that. And he's like, I'm going to do it anyways.
Is it 2019?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, Farm Simulator is one of those games that doesn't take much to think about. You just go out there and
Maples likes
farm.
to say Maple says it's a game that helps chill him out.
It is. It
it's
really
very
is.
Relaxing.
Maples is 100% right about that, and people laugh at me. But I find with those first-person shooters, especially what do they call the games where you get knocked out and battle
royales?
Battle royales.
Oh yeah.
I find with those I get so angry, and I don't know why I get so angry at these stupid games when 14-year-olds are just mopping the floor with me. Who cares? But when it comes to Farm Simulator, you just relax, man. You just farm.
Well, see, so real quick, so the way my afternoon went yesterday, late in the afternoon, I did Farming Simulator, and the Maples got off. So, I did everything backwards. Farming Simulator I started with in the afternoon. Maples had to get off because he had to go. He's got, a night job that he does, too. So, then I raced Formula 1 for probably, 3 hours. I was doing the weekly event for 2 straight hours, and then I was doing the esports event for the month to qualify for esports next year.
Yeah.
And then it was probably about 11 o'clock. The weekly event had ended. It had closed. So then I jumped on Call of Duty until about 2 o'clock in the morning and got pretty angry. But I was mopping the floor with people, too.
But did you get angry at Farm Simulator?
No. Farm Simulator is just nice.
No.
And you know what? I used the steering wheel to drive the tractors on Farming Simulator. So I'm just sitting back, and I lean back in the seat, put one hand on the wheel, and I'm just, just doing the thing, man.
But you're more into it than me, man. But everything else good, family, everything like that?
Yeah, everything's great, man. I'm starting work, new job next week, so.
Yep. Awesome,
Can't complain, dude.
Awesome. Well, I hope everybody out there is doing all right in the world, everywhere you are. Again, staying safe and hoping to get back to a sense of normalcy here soon. But from there, if you got nothing else, man, we'll just go ahead and head into the news. All right. We have 2 pieces of news here today. The 2021 schedule came out for NASCAR right after we dropped last week's episode, and you have a piece of Formula 1 news. However, the 2021 schedule, I'm going to throw it to you, your initial impressions of the schedule.
I'm not really a big fan of it. There are things in there that I like, and there are things that I don't like. And then there are unknowns. So, number 1, Bristol Dirt. That's kind of an unknown.
Yeah, the Bristol Dirt race wasn't a big fan of it. It's going to be on Sunday, March 28th And I'm just going to pull up the schedule here for you guys on YouTube. Here's really the first half of the schedule. First of all, the playoffs haven't been touched. We're still starting off with the Southern 500. Bristol's a cutoff race after Richmond. Then Talladega, the Roval, all those races are going to be in there. It's going to into Phoenix again. So for them, so much for NASCAR going to another track to finish up every season.
Yeah, I wish they would do that.
So much for that. Here's my thing. The clash at the road course, we've seen a road course race there. I'm okay with the clash at the road course.
I'm not.
You're not. Okay, why not?
I don't. We're only talking what, like 15 to 20 drivers, right?
Yeah, and
I don't like it.
If that, and with the July race there at the road course, it just whoever was out front was out front.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, when the idea was first presented before everything, I thought, sure, why not?
Yeah,
cool, something new. But then we saw an actual race at the road course, and I'm like, now I'm thinking 15 to 20 drivers, maybe not so much.
Yeah, it's not going to really happen the way I think it's going to play out. But I'm okay with the Daytona 500 being the first race still. They're going to Auto Club Speedway after Homestead. They're starting that West Coast swing with Auto Club, Las Vegas, Phoenix, coming back to Atlanta, then Bristol Dirt. And, once I heard Bristol Dirt was confirmed, it was just...
No! God, please, no!
No! I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
I didn't... we talked about it briefly on last week's episode. I'd be more okay with them going to an actual dirt track. I'd be more happy with Martinsville being converted into a dirt track. High Bank and Bristol might work for late model dirt cars.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work well for cup cars.
No. Looking at other dates on the schedule, one of the ones that really stands out to me that I'm just still, I don't know, I'm between unsure of and I don't really want it, is the Circuit of the Americas.
Now, yeah, the Circuit of America is going on May 23rd. That's going to be after Dover and right before the Coca-Cola 600. We talked about it again last week with the rumors of them coming out with Circuit of America. So I'm okay with it. Let's try it out. If it works, great.
Okay.
If it doesn't, you can always change it. You can always change it for the 2022 season. But Circuit of Americas, to me, could be a win in that column. NASCAR fans for years have been saying we want more road courses.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, yes, fans have said that they've wanted that, but I don't think Circuit of the Americas is the answer. I think it's too big of a track. You need a road course almost like, well, Road America seems like it's too narrow, but you need road courses that fit to them like Sonoma and like Watkins Glen that fits to it. Circuit of America just seems way too big. It's made for more high-speed racing, Formula One.
We're going to have to find out in May whether it's a win or a loss for NASCAR. That, to me, I'm going to give it a shot. And I don't want any of these to fail, just a disclaimer.
No, not at all.
I want the dirt track to succeed in March because, to me, if that fails, it's going to look bad on NASCAR. It's going to look bad on their decision-making. It's going to look bad on SMI, who owns Bristol. I
mean, another questionable one that I have, I was kind of upset that the Brickyard 400 is being replaced with Indy Road Course.
Yeah, that's one for me too.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like the fact that you sacrifice, and I can see why they did it. In the past few years, since I believe the 2008 tire debacle there, where every 30 laps somebody had a tire issue.
Yeah.
And so every 20 to 30 laps, they would throw a competition caution. Ticket sales haven't been there. You're not selling out the Brickyard anymore. It is in 1994, early 2001.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't like change. It's just there are some things that change I don't think should happen at times.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the fact that they took away the oval at Indianapolis and gave it a road course. Now, if you wanted to maybe switch out a Sonoma for that, absolutely, go for it.
Or if you can find another date on the schedule where we race 2 races, which, I mean, judging by it, it's kind of been cut down now to tracks that I mean, Darlington's got 2 races again, which I'm okay with.
No, I'm happy with that, only because of this. We're 2 hours away from the track.
Yeah.
We're located here in South Carolina. So I get to go to at least two NASCAR races this season.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
the old,
I'm okay
just
with
like
that.
years and years ago when they used to have 2 races, until NASCAR said we're just going to give you 1 again.
And I'm okay with that. And it's kind of selfish of me to say, okay, in my home state, I get 2 NASCAR races now. And
Yeah,
places like Texas, it's like, oh, well, I don't care. But, hey, I've been a big fan of if you're not selling out, you get 1 race a year.
Darlington will sell out.
Every year.
Yeah.
Every time. Darlington would darn near sell
And you want to
out.
know why it does that sell back out now? Because of Throwback Weekend.
And maybe the secret is bring back a little nostalgia to it.
Well, I think they're bringing back a different rules package as well, I think. Or I think they're going with low downforce again at Darlington.
We're going to have to wait and see on that. I haven't heard anything about that as
I
far
heard
as
a
coming.
rumor about that. I mean, which would be cool.
It'd be
That's
cool to go high downforce, high horsepower, low downforce again.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to happen. I really don't. I really think it's going to be up to the Gen 7 car when it comes out in 2022 to discover that one.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm happy with the Pocono double headers. I like that. That was a experiment they were trying this year. COVID happened.
I think I can get down with that,
And
honestly.
I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. I'm really okay with the fact that we're going to Pocono again.
We get to go to Nashville. Nashville's on the schedule now.
A lot of people were saying it's the wrong Nashville. It should have been the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Yeah, well, the fairgrounds were in the talks for a while. People thought that was a big rumor, was the fairgrounds were going to be the ones.
I'm okay with either one. What I am not happy about, and I'll tell you this, them taking off Chicagoland and them taking off Kentucky. I think those are both great races.
Kentucky has been a good race in years
For
past.
Even Chicagoland
Yeah,
has been.
It has.
But now, I mean, I don't know why they're taking them off. I think it's crummy that they took both of those off the schedule to make room for a Nashville when you could have taken off a Dover, made room for a Nashville. And then if you wanted Circuit of America, take off Sonoma.
I think Chicagoland had to do with, I mean, we talked about it on the show not too long ago. I think it had to do with the finances over there. I think they were selling things.
Yeah, selling things.
Because there was a development coming through.
Yeah.
So.
But, I mean, that hasn't even, I thought that was canked. I thought that was unconfirmed and
yeah,
not going anywhere.
Maybe this is just a precursor to it really happening at this point. Maybe they've told NASCAR things that they don't want to release just yet.
Maybe.
I hate to see it go because I enjoyed the configuration of Chicagoland, the whole curved backstretch to begin with. It wasn't just straight.
Yeah. Chicagoland has always been a fun race to watch.
There was always good racing.
Since 2001.
Weird things happening there, like the big orange rolling down the backstretch.
I do recall that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, I mean a lot of changes for the NASCAR schedule. A lot of good. I'm okay with the Texas All-Star race.
We'll see.
Move that
I'm
around.
still kind of iffy on that one.
I'm okay with Nashville, Road America, Circuit of America's coming. 6 road courses. Not too excited about the Indy road course and the sacrifice of the oval coming and taking its place. But then Bristol dirt track, I don't know why. It's just bugging me. Well, I might just get a ticket and go.
Okay.
Let me go check it out firsthand. If it's at this point it's Bristol and NASCAR, prove me wrong. Because I'm a big skeptic of this. I don't like it. I think they could have done it better. I think they rushed it. It might be a publicity stunt. Is it going to sell out? I don't think so.
At this point, what I have to say about the schedule is, I mean, that because everything that I already said about it, things about in question. There's one thing that they all have the schedule has in common that I like: variety. It has variety, and I think that's what fans have been wanting, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with road courses, but I think there's just the decision making in it is what I'm probably saying there's some wrong to it.
I think it could have been rushed a little bit on as far as from NASCAR and a lot of other people. I think the schedule could have been rushed to get those road courses in.
I think NASCAR should have just waited. Leave everybody waiting.
Well, I think they should have done their homework and kept it maybe not as drastic of a change for 2021. but then look for the introduction of Gen 7 car, then make the big changes.
Yeah. Okay, I can agree with that one.
Because if I think doing this, and well, I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns, and I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm sure as a lot of NASCAR fans are, but I'm hearing both sides of it on social media. It's good, it's bad, and I'm kind of they're bad for me. They were goods for me, so it's a good mixed spot. It's a good. Let's wait and see, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, 2021, change it all with everything. You're bringing in a new car anyway in 2021. But you got anything else on the schedule, man?
Nope.
We've been covering that a minute.
Nope. I just variety. That's all it is. I think it's okay. We'll see what happens. I'll like you said. I'll keep an open mind, but there are some things I disagree with, and everybody else has opinions on it.
And everybody else is entitled to their opinions. We're not in talks with NASCAR. We're not in the meeting rooms. We're not in places like that. We're just going to have to wait and see. And again, we've said it on the show, trust NASCAR to do the right thing. We'll get more into that following the Talladega race.
Oh, yes, we will.
So, hey, second piece of news, you brought it up. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up there. Honda to leave Formula One at the end of 2021. Preston, why is that significant to Formula One? And why is that going to affect anything?
It looks like Red Bull and AlphaTauri are the only teams that are currently using Honda right now. Okay. Honda's supplier.
Okay.
So that would leave them out of a power unit because once Honda leaves, then it leaves Mercedes, Ferrari, and Renault as the 3 power unit suppliers in the series.
Right.
And under the current rules, if Red Bull and AlphaTauri are unable to convince other units, then Renault would have to be the ones to supply them because Renault is currently supplying the least amount of teams in the series right now.
Okay.
So they have their fewest customers, I guess you could say. So
right.
Does this open the door for a new supplier to come back in? Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe we could see a Toyota or something. I don't know.
That'd be interesting to see Toyota in Formula
Or
One.
Or it could just stay as 3. I mean, leaving at the end of 2021, I think 2021 is the start of that whole agreement, I think it is. Or maybe it's the year after. I don't know. There's an agreement in place where the teams have already signed something about a spending cap.
Right.
Because I think the FIA is trying to draw the competition closer.
Like everybody else, trying to limit spending and make everybody on the equal playing grounds.
Yeah, like in Formula 2 probably. Formula 2 has decently equal playing grounds.
Right.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it has to say. But, so the new Concord agreement is until the end of 2025. So that has to do with spending cap and whatnot. I don't know the exact specifics into it, but Honda leaving, I think, is Honda's been doing decent. I mean, Red Bull we've seen get wins. AlphaTauri got win at Monza.
Yep.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what comes from that, to see if anybody fills in that vacuum left by Honda. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see it shake out like that.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Preston, you got any other news? That was really the big thing, the schedule coming out for 2021 for NASCAR. And for you, Honda.
Yeah.
And they're backing away from Formula One. But if you got nothing else, man, we're going to just go ahead and get into our week in review here and start off with checkers and wreckers.